the greatest basketball player of all time, an NBA icon, a symbol of winning. Simply Michael Jordan. But behind this legend lies a story the NBA would rather not tell. Because what if I told you that Jordan couldn't stop playing? And it wasn't basketball he couldn't quit. Bets, cards, golf, huge sums, mysterious debts, and in the background, a father's murder. Was he addicted? Is that why he suddenly disappeared from the NBA at the peak of his career? This is the story that rocked the basketball world. 6 NBA championships, 5 MVP awards, 2 Olympic gold medals. Michael Jordan wasn't just a player, he was a religion. Everyone knew his name, even people who had never watched a single game of basketball. The Last Dance reminded the world of his greatness, but the documentary only scratched the surface of a story that had been locked away for years. The first signs of his gambling interest go back to high school. One of his favorite sports to bet on? Golf. One story dates back to 1982, when a $5 check Jordan wrote after losing a pool bet resurfaced decades later at an auction. Jordan didn't just bet with friends, he also placed wagers with college coaches during practices. Golf wasn't just a hobby, it was Jordan's second passion and a major source of gambling thrills. It was on the golf course that he met Slim Bowler. In 1991, Jordan wrote him a check for $57,000. He claimed it was a loan, but in court, the truth looked different. Bowler was linked to drug trafficking. He was later sentenced to 8 years in prison for money laundering, and that was just the beginning. In 1993, a new book hit the shelves, Michael and Me, Our Gambling Addiction, My Cry for Help. The author was Richard Esquinas, a golf buddy of Jordan's. He claimed MJ owed him over $1.2 million. Eventually, they settled for $300,000. Jordan admits to gambling in interviews. He claimed it wasn't a problem because he could stop any time. But was it really under control?
We consider a mistake.
Gambling has cut short or even ruined a lot of professional sports careers. Can you give it up?
Can I give up what?
Gambling.
Oh, sure. If it affects my life or the way I play the game or jeopardize my family, my financial status or whatever, or the security of my family, sure. I give it up in a minute. To solidify my argument is, whatever I've lost, I don't know what he would never, I shouldn't tell you this, but I will tell you. Whatever I lost, the 108, the 55, or whatever I've lost, I've always given it back to my wife. So whatever check I make, here, honey, I'm sorry for the embarrassment. I'm sorry for what I've caused for, losing this amount of money. Here, take it, do what you have to do with it. I wasted it, so this is yours. This is the kids. This is whatever. I didn't have to tell you that, but that tells me, and I'm sure that I'm not a gamaholic. I know where I am, I know what I'm doing, but if I feel I've done something that has embarrassed the family, I want to correct it, but yet I want to move on from it too as well.
One of Jordan's favorite gambling companions was Jack Haley, especially after MJ found out that Jack came from a wealthy family. One night, Haley lost $17,000 to Jordan during a poker game and couldn't pay. Jordan told him to ask his father, who owned a restaurant in California, for the money. "Don't play games with me, Jack. If you can't pay, your dad better show up with the cash. Take me seriously." Jordan wanted to win at any cost. Former Bulls teammate Will Perdue recalled how some players would play cards for $1, while Jordan would gamble thousands with his own entourage. One day he asked to join the low-stakes group. When asked why, Jordan replied, "Because I want to say I've got your money in my pocket." For Jordan, a $10,000 bet was like $10 for the average person. He didn't spare anyone. He even gambled with Bulls security staff and rookies. Once, Jordan visited teammate Buzz Peterson's home. He sat down to play cards with Peterson's mother. When she left the table to use the bathroom, Jordan tried to cheat, just to win again. Even the entertainment world wasn't safe from MJ's betting habits. Former MTV star Lisa Kennedy revealed that in 1995, Jordan tried to bet her on a game of dice while she was visiting New York. If Kennedy lost, she had to spend the night with him. She countered with Knicks tickets. And guess what? She won. May 1993, Eastern Conference Finals. The Bulls were down 0-2 against the Knicks. The media focused less on basketball and more on Jordan's gambling. The night before Game 2, Jordan was seen at a casino in Atlantic City. Weeks later, Jordan explained that he had simply rented a limo with his father to blow off some steam. He claimed he had returned home by 1 a.m., so technically he didn't break any team rules. His response, and the team's, was clear. The Bulls won the next 4 games and advanced. Before the finals, Jordan addressed the situation in an interview to set the record straight.
One thing that a lot of people tend to forget, and even the media guys, they don't know what it takes to play the game of basketball. They don't know what it takes to prepare yourself to play the game of basketball. My teammates do. My loyalty is to my teammates. And I must prepare myself so that I can show that loyalty to the team. And I must do whatever I feel is my correct method of doing that. And it was a means of relaxing with my family and my friends, and it got me ready to play the game.
But this wasn't a one-time thing. Jordan also visited casinos during Team USA's preparation for the 1992 Olympics. The NBA commissioner knew that only one place would lure the league's biggest stars to camp: Monte Carlo. For Jordan, it was paradise. Late-night card games with Magic Johnson and Charles Barkley. They played cards for high stakes. But no one complained because Team USA won the gold. In 1993, Jordan announced his retirement. He was 30 years old, in peak form. Why walk away? Officially, burnout. Unofficially, conspiracy theories hinted at a secret NBA suspension. Then came tragedy. Jordan's father was found murdered, shot inside his parked car. Sports columnist Mark Wicker wrote, "The father was murdered. The son has gambling debts." Coincidence? NBA Commissioner David Stern denied any link. So did Jordan. But one quote from MJ's retirement press conference raised eyebrows. "I'll come back if David Stern lets me." 2 years later, Jordan returned, won 3 more titles, built an empire. He didn't give up on gambling, but he never went broke. His endorsement deals brought in more than he could ever lose. Still, does that mean he wasn't addicted? Maybe we're asking the wrong question. Instead of, was Michael Jordan a gambling addict, we should ask, was Michael Jordan addicted to emotion, to competition, to winning, to adrenaline? For him, gambling was just another game, played off the court. He never denied betting. According to his logic, addiction meant losing control. Despite the personal drama, Jordan's career flourished. Thanks to basketball and endorsements, he became so wealthy he would have to try really hard to lose it all. He often called gambling just a hobby. But was it really just a hobby?